Minerva Makers, it is Jo here, and today I'd like to do a little introduction to a series that we've got coming up called the Fabric Masterclass. The Masterclass is linked to the Minerva Fabric Guide. It's a comprehensive guide to fabric fibres and base cloths, and in the book, in the final chapter, are 70 descriptions of 70 of our most popular base cloths. It's in alphabetical order. You get a little swatch pack that comes with the book. And you can find out more about this folder over on our YouTube channel if you search for the Minerva Guide. There's a deep dive there from both me and Vicky. We were really excited when the folder came out because it gives home sewers lots of background information about fabric, so it really does help you to shop for fabric online. I've actually completed the series, so the videos will be dropped into your feed every week, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will see them come up. I'm going through the fabrics in alphabetical order. I'll give you a little bit of sewing information. In each one, I'll look at one base cloth. We'll look at some of the variations in the cloth, how the fibre content will change the characteristics of each type of base cloth. I will make a garment in each base cloth. There's lots of variation throughout the series: menswear, children's wear, accessories, homeware, all different kinds of things depending on the base cloth. You won't see it as a sew along all the way through, but you will see techniques that really suit each type of base cloth, and that will help you to choose the right pattern for the right fabric. Running alongside this series will be another video from Vicky. She will give you a pattern pairing inspirational video. It's really useful because if you've got a fabric on your mind or one that you'd like to try and sew with, she will help to steer you towards patterns that will be really suitable for that fabric, so you'll get a really successful sew. I saw this series of videos as a challenge to myself to sew all 70 cloths from the Minerva Fabric Guide. It really did hone my pattern pairing skills, and it really took me to challenging places with different fabrics, and I also got to sew fabrics that I'd never sewn with before. I like to think that after you've watched the video, it might be a fabric that you could go and explore or investigate further for yourself, and maybe it might be a fabric that you've not thought of. Having some little tips before you choose a fabric might help you feel more confident about choosing it for a project that you would like to sew. I didn't know all the fabrics from the fabric guide, and I certainly hadn't sewn them all, so getting to sew all of the different types of base cloth really did up my sewing skills. It meant I had to find new ways to hem, new ways to make buttonholes, different ways of cutting, so I really did extend my sewing skills, and I hope that I passed that on to you. I learnt lots of things whilst making this series. I really did enjoy sewing from the Minerva core range of fabrics. So all the fabrics in the Masterclass series are from the Minerva core range, which means they're reorderable for a really long period of time. And so if you like a fabric that you see in the video, you can go and search it out and purchase it yourself. Sewing from the core range, and mainly in solid colour fabrics, also made me really think about the characteristics of the fabric. So rather than getting swayed by a print or a colourway or something that was real eye candy that took my attention, I started to put that to one side and really think about what this base cloth would do in the pattern that I had chosen. So I started to think, does this fabric have drape? Will this fabric press well? How will I wash this fabric? Will the garment that I make from this fabric have frequent use, and how will I wash and care for it? All of those things started to become really, really important when I chose my fabric online, rather than just looking at a print that I really, really liked. Sewing with those different fabrics really did improve my pattern pairing choices. So for example, I'd never sewn with bengaline before, but as soon as I felt the swatch in the book, I knew that it would be really great for making trousers, so I chose a trouser pattern for bengaline. I had patterns that were really diverse, so for example, during this series was the first time that I'd sewn the Ilford jacket, and I did find that so many different base cloths worked with that pattern and gave a really different finish. So you might already have patterns in your little library or your little collection, and just changing up the fabric type and the fibre type of your fabric can really change the overall look and feel of your garment. It's something I hope the fabric series will bring to you that you can already use some of the things you've got, but you maybe can extend your skills or extend your fabric choice. Another thing that I found out was by using lots of different fabrics, they can have different uses. So you sometimes have one idea about what a fabric is good for, but the more you handle lots of different fabrics, you realise that some fabrics can have different uses. So for example, when I made a muslin garment, I actually realised that muslin is a really nice lining for putting inside other things. I found that lining with a poly cotton fabric can add quite a bit of structure to something. I found lots of different things out like that, where a fabric that I had originally just thought had one purpose could actually have lots of different purposes once you had felt the fabric. I improved my sewing through choosing correct notions, so I really got to grips with choosing the right sewing machine needle for my machine, maybe switching up the threads sometimes to get a really good stitch quality, and always doing a test piece before I start sewing my garment. If you're sewing something light like chiffon or organza, you really want to make sure that you're getting a good stitch line before you go anywhere near your garment. Although I mainly sewed with solid colours from the Minerva core range, as Minerva release more and more of their exclusive print range on different base cloths, you can take some of the knowledge from this series and apply it to the exclusive range fabrics if you really like the prints and you love a bit of colour. If you understand what viscose challis is in its plain form, then actually you can then go and start to choose prints and different patterns and colourways. The key really is to understand the fabric and how it behaves, what fibre type it has, because that will give you all the characteristics of the fabric. We hope this series will encourage you to explore different fabric types. So if you're the kind of sewer who always likes to sew with a woven fabric that's stable, or you're a sewer who always likes to sew with jersey because you've got a little bit of fitting ease, we hope that during the masterclass you will see that some fabrics aren't as difficult to sew as you thought, or if they are tricky, with a few tips you can succeed in choosing different fabrics. One of the favourite parts of actually editing and making the videos for this series has been collecting inspiration from Minerva makers. So in the videos there is a little gallery that shows a really diverse range of garments that are made from particular fabric base cloths. I tried to be as diverse as possible. I wanted to find men who'd sewn things with fabric. I wanted to see children's wear. I wanted to see people from warmer climates. I wanted to see people of different sizes. And I really like looking at the different ideas and the creative choices from our Minerva makers. And of course, if you open your own Minerva profile, you can be part of that community and you can add your inspiration to the website. It really is a great place to post your photos, add a description, keep a little sewing diary for yourself, and also be inspired by everybody in our sewing community. The final thing that I will say, and that I learned whilst making this series, was to work with your fabric. Try not to work against it. If it wants to do something, then try and make that happen. Try not to be too uptight. If a fabric's slippery, work with it. If it won't hem very well, find a different way to hem. If the zip won't go in very well, use some basting tape. Do whatever the fabric wants to do and you will get much better results in your garments. Today I'm wearing a Mara shirt dress from Style Arc. It's a real classic shirt dress, but it's got quite a few details. Cuffs, plackets. I made my belt. It's got pockets and pocket flaps, and there's also a placket that covers over the button band. I really love it. It's a real classic dress that doesn't really go out of fashion. It's made in a cotton poplin. This one happens to be an Art Gallery Fabrics print, but you could also make this in Minerva's exclusive cotton linen blend, viscose linen blend. You can make it in their poplin. You can make a short version as a shirt in our cotton lawn. So just there is an example how finding one pattern that you like the fit of can be made really in different weights for different seasons just by knowing the fibre content. I'll stop talking because I'm sure that you will be looking forward to watching our Fabric Masterclass. If you want to see any of the garments that I made during the series, I don't think I did it to all of them, but if you put in the hashtag ABC in capital letters Masterclass, the ABC Masterclass, it will filter out all of the things that I made during the Masterclass series so you can see them full length. Well, I hope you enjoy this series. It's been really great to put together and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope that it does help you to explore wider fabric choices. Thanks very much for listening, and we will see you soon.